All right. Well, I didn't really expect to make a video like this, but I noticed how well the previous video did, and I find absolutely hilarious because one of the videos that I spend like the least amount of like time or effort in is becoming like my second best video on my channel. It's a funny thing, how life works like that. And I'm here playing this. It's the same mod pack as last time. Just that I decided to create a new world, hardcore world. Just because I feel like it would be more interesting to just like slowly progress through, uh, and show you guys like the progress, like that you guys don't just see like random cuts or random like progress and stuff like that. I did die in the previous world where the original I made, unfortunately, but it's fine. I in the other world I actually managed to craft an Omnitrix, so that was pretty sick. But yeah, I'm whenever I told a buddy of mine that just like I found it funny that the video about the strongest florist it doing as well as it did, because honestly I got 3 new subscribers, and last time I checked it's sitting at 64 views. And I feel like a lot of people like get a warped perception as to just like how little or how big views are, especially whenever there's people out there who make like thousands or millions of views. But 64 people watching my video, that's enough to like fill an entire classroom's worth of like people. So, the friends of mine that I told, he said that maybe I should just like start leaning into being more of a like a rant channel. And at first I was kind of like against the fact, just because I don't want to make my. This is a very beautiful spot. I didn't want to make like fully negative content, and I guess I don't have to just rant about negative stuff. It's just a coincidence that the the video that is currently my second best, or might be my best video, um is like the most popular one, is me being negative. So I thought that was a bit funny, and I think that's why I thought that it would be negative. But I could. I think I might lean into it a bit more, just because I think it's fun. Not that, but just uploading videos and seeing people actually like interact with my opinions is kind of funny. But I still stand firmly with my beliefs of strongest florist. And I'm not here to like really like persuade you even further. It's just I I just wanted to make this video just for that fact. Like I said in the previous video, I still have like some footage of like some gameplay that I did with me and my friends. Just that I don't know, man. It's just I want to edit it, but each time that I think about like sitting down and properly editing the video, it's not so much that I lose the motivation. It's still kind of there. It's just that uh I just get distracted with like homework and like a whole other stuff that like I feel like I'm forced to like shelve it, or put. Ooh, perfect. Put it in a shelf um until like I can actually have the time for it. But whenever I finished my homework, then I just don't really have the motivation, because I'm just mentally drained, and I just like play like modern Minecraft, just single player like I am right now. But it's if I do more contents like this, where it's just like me rambling about random stuff and then uploading it, I think that could be a bit interesting to do. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of like say that real quick. And but not only that, I also kind of want to talk about a different webtoon that I'm not the biggest fan of. And I know that I said that I want to be negative, but this is an exception, I promise. I was looking at my webtoon while waiting for the bus, and it recommended to me a webtoon that I previously read, but I never really finished, because the webtoon itself was just kind of bad. This time I'm gonna be ranting about. Ooh, melon. Did, all right then. This time I'm gonna be ranting about Boundless Ascension, and honestly, it's kind of like a solo leveling copy. And in case you guys are probably not, who am I kidding? Nobody's curious, but a little fun fact I like to bring up every now and then whenever webtoons are brought up. I actually read, and I just imagine me with like the little nerd with the glasses on. I actually read Bound or not Solo Leveling before it was even cool. I remember waiting for that shit until like I remember waiting for like new chapter. Ooh, perfect. For new chapters and stuff. But and now that it has like a whole anime and everything, it's wild to me, man. You just like, damn, this little comic I read whenever I was like in high school, middle school is getting its whole ass anime. That's some wild stuff right there, man. But this other webtoon, Boundless Ascension, it definitely has a lot of heavy inspiration for solo leveling. Basically the main character or the worlds went through like a lot of people started going missing, and then like they went missing because they got sent to like a different realm, like a tower sort of deal, and very few of them were starting to come back and all that jazz. And yeah, it's the start of it was fairly like good. I'll give them that. The beginning definitely got me hooked because it was like the main character forced to I can scroll. Forced to like join this basically like a tower, like if it was like an MMORPG sort of deal. And yeah, he almost died. I feel like that's kind of like a given for webtoons that they're supposed to almost die off the get go. But yeah, that happened to him, and yeah, the start perfect. The start was pretty solid, all things considered. It's just that as like the story went on, I saw like a lot of the same sort of like complaints that I had for like strongest floors, where like it's not that it was doing too much. It's just that everything was far too like easy for like the main character. And like I've said before, can't really break that. There's nothing. I'm like used to like suspending disbelief for like webtoons, right? You know, that's kind of like the whole point that you're supposed to be like forget that or yeah, try to like think just like, oh yeah, no, this can totally happen. Yeah, this guy has the skills for that. No, give it to me, please. I don't want to break any of this stuff. I can go around. Perfect. And the webtoon itself, the art, I that's definitely gonna give it a big thumbs up. I think it looks very very good. Like that's something that I cannot complain about. It looks very good. A lot of the scenes have like weight to them whenever they do action. But yeah, for the main character is very flat. I'll just say that outright. He is very flat. He mostly cares about just like becoming the strongest within the tower and trying to figure out like the whole tower's deal and shenanigans. You know, fairly standard MC stuff, right? Throughout the series, or what I read at least, I'm gonna be completely honest. I haven't completed Boundless Ascension, so do take this like I don't want to call it a review. This opinion, I guess, with a grain of salt. I never finished it. So I don't know if the character does go through like through their own character growth or not. I maybe I might see it one day, or might go back to it one day and finish it properly, so I could have a bit more of an informed opinion. But after like my experience with freaking the strongest floors, I kind of like don't want if like a webtoon doesn't really like have that good of direction, then I probably won't like stick around anymore. Otherwise, I'll be stuck reading. How many did I read? I don't even remember how many I read originally. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever pick it up. But if I somehow become popular enough where people are like telling me just like, oh no, it totally picks up the character goes through some crazy stuff, or some actual character development and all that jazz, then maybe I will. Maybe I will. Highly doubt it, but you know, if the occasion arrives, I definitely will. Also, I have a bit of a cold, so that's why, in case my mic keeps hearing me picked up sniffling, that's why I apologize in advance. But yeah, there's nothing too terribly wrong with it, other than that kind of like complaint, or at least that's what I would like to say. But it also has like a bit of another complaint that I personally have, which is a part of everything being too easy for the main character. Uh, it also like the story doesn't really go anywhere from what I remember. Now maybe this could just be me having a bad memory. I understand that, but uh, from like my memory, it definitely like was just like the MC like doing like progress at a snail's pace, while at the same time he gets like 100 power ups throughout the story or sort of deal. Like uh, the best example I can think of is whenever he was in a very serious fight and he needed to basically find a way to get through a specific person's defense because it was extremely high. So what he did, he fucking pulls this ability out of his ass. Basically, what he did was, he had like this sword that he was able to like shoot energy beams, right? And he like vaguely hinted at the idea that he was like experiment with that ability. But then in that fight, he just fucking condensed the beam into like a very straight projectile, which is smart. I'll give him that. Question: how the fuck did you know you could do that, man? Well, when was this hinted at? Did I skip a chapter? Did I actually fall asleep while reading it? It's just like, come on, man. when could you just like do that? And stuff like that doesn't have. It didn't happen too often, but definitely enough for me to just be like, all right, this man is just pulling shit out of his ass and it's working. Fuck this man. And honestly, it's just that's kind of like my biggest complaint whenever they overpowered MCs just get away with shit like that. That's definitely like a big gripe for me. I don't know what I'm doing. I should probably like leave this village, but I don't know where to go. I guess I'll just get my iron. I also steal a furnace. Why not? All right. I should. Oh no, no. I have the marker there. That would be good enough to teleport back here. But yeah, he just like kept like pulling powers out of his ass that just like each time that he got into a fight, I just like it was like a game for me, just like, oh, what is he gonna pull this time, sort of deal. And yeah, not only that, but he he said that he had like a very good memory and stuff like that, and they basically use that as like a very kind of a lazy excuse to just have him being able to like learn skills like very easily, when most people it would have taken like years to happen. And I could see why they would do something like that for the sake of pacing, but at the same time it's just like kind of redundant. Oh fuck me. That actually scared the shit out of me. Oh, mahogany. But it definitely makes it like the story redundant, because if we see that he gets like a new mentor, we just know that whatever skill they're gonna offer, he's gonna learn it immediately. Because that is what happened. I'm not like exaggerating. That is exactly what happened. He came across this lady. By the way, this webtoon also has like some slight harem elements. I don't know if it's just like the character is gonna have a lot of love interest and he's gonna have to choose one, or if it's just gonna be a straight up harem. Like I said, I never finished it, so I have no idea. But this master was like teaching him how to like do a specific sword technique that it was like part of her like generation or like bloodline, if I remember correctly. And he was able to mimic it almost perfectly first try. And I'm just like, come on, man! Like, at least give us an extra chapter, at least like 2, 3 more panels of him attempting it before he can do it or something like that. Don't just give it to him, because maybe I've been spoiled with like other the pacing of other webtoons, or maybe something along those lines. I'm not too sure, but it's just that I don't want the MC to just be given stuff, man. I want them to earn it. I want them to work for it, stuff like that. Ooh, another one. But it was so it's I don't know if it is still very bad or it still has like the big complaints like those, but that's like my main reason why I'm not gonna pick it up. Not only that, but where I dropped it, he recently got like this like alter ego sort of deal, where basically he was trying to clear a dungeon, and what happened was that he was like possessed, or he got hit with like an protection 3. He got possessed, or he fell like into a specific attack that he was supposed to fight his deepest, darkest like urges and desires, and lo and behold, he was able to beat them. But now he has a super, super dark, super edgy. Oh, shit. There we go. Super dark, super edgy, sort of like a alter ego that wants to like take over his body, that makes him super strong, and it's you get the point. Basically a power up with like a cost, but done very lazily and generic almost. No, maybe no iron. But yeah, that's another big complaint that I had. Or that's basically where I dropped it personally. And why I don't think I'll pick it up, just because it whenever you give your MC like something that like makes them supposed to be evil and stuff like that, you definitely like start losing me, because that trope isn't like exactly bad per se, but it's definitely overused. And not only that, but I feel like we shouldn't vilify like our own emotions, especially like the more intense ones, like anger, or like feeling, or yeah, mostly anger and stuff like that. I feel like we should like learn to like live with them, and the best example that I can think of for like a subversion of this trope is another webtoon, The Greatest Estate Developer. What basically happened is that he got hit with like a spell that would basically, if there was even like the faintest like dark urge in his heart, it would have amplified that like tenfold and made him take over his body and become evil. And what the MC, he didn't like banish it, or do like some cringy speech of saying just like, no, you're wrong. I am not this person. I am good because this and this reason. Oh, hey, another one. No, he didn't do that. He accepted those feelings. He said just like, yeah, no, I sometimes get angry. I sometimes get stressed out and just want to take the easy route. But I shouldn't, this will not be very beneficial in the long run. No. Okay, I don't know what that is. He didn't like outright deny them. He acknowledged that they were there, but he was more than fine with just like accepting it as a part of himself, not something evil that should be purged from the body, which I think was like a very good way to like go about that whole like trope sort of deal. And yeah, I highly recommend The Greatest Estate Developer. I'm currently caught up with it in the webtoon. I'm currently waiting the Desert Pyramid, waiting patiently for like the next chapters and stuff like that, because I think it's getting near the end of season 2 or something. What is this thing? But yeah, highly recommend that one at least. But when it comes to Boundless Ascension, it definitely has, like I said, it's yeah, what's the word I'm looking? Ow. It's flaws, but I could see potential for people liking it. It's not my personal cup of tea, for sure. But like with The Strongest Florist, if what I said, like by any chance, like interests you, go for it and read it yourself. I'm not like your dad or anything to just like force you to like only like what I like, only read what I deem worthy enough to be read. But I'm just here to like state my opinion online, and hopefully some people like it. And hopefully people like to watch, and you know, not only that, but I'm a massive nerd. I like to like not outright review. I'm by no means a critic. It's just that I consume a lot of media, and because of that, I see a lot of the same tropes over and over and over again. That whenever I see like some tropes kind of like starting to get hinted at or like leaning towards them, you definitely lose my interest very quickly. God, I'm so fucking nasally. You definitely lose my interest very quickly. But like if you're like a brand new webtoon or comic or novel or anything like that, and you're basically like doing subversion of those tropes, or if you manage to do the same tropes but do it like in a slightly more digestible or even fun way, then go for it, man. It's all about like execution at the end of the day. How the Boundless Ascension did it, it definitely felt very forced. It felt like beyond forced. Because the enemy that he was fighting, once again, it was like one of those moments where like the enemy himself pulls out that like skill or ability of it out of his ass, and pair that with the fact that he got like a semi power up but with like at a price afterwards. It definitely rubs me the wrong way. But yeah, that's most of what I had to say about Boundless Ascension. I might pick it up one. I would say more, but unfortunately, I never like finished it, or I don't know if it is complete. I could give it a quick check. Oh god, I gotta blow my nose after this. All right, let's see here. It's 3 and trending. What? I guess it maybe did start getting good. I stopped reading at around episode 68. What episode are you on now? 154. All right. Maybe it did get good. Maybe I should give it another shot. If I ever if I ever come back with a video saying just like I should have not given Boundless Ascension a second chance, well, you guys would know why. Or you guys would know like what the review would most likely be about. I don't need the rice. I do need common ink for now. Mostly because I want to experiment a little bit with what it does. But how long have I been playing for roughly? Uh, 24 minutes. I could continue going. Or I want to continue going, but at the same time, like since I don't have long casts become uninterruptible. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really do know how to use all this magic stuff. But was those all my complaints? Yeah, everything was just like too easy for the MC. Basically, that's why I'm not the biggest fan of it. But I feel like there's something else that I'm forgetting about. The multiple love interest. I already said that. The art style was pretty good. I actually did enjoy the art style. Um, I guess I could continue talking about the greatest estate developer. No, I feel like I should just focus on like one topic for the time being. But yeah, the Boundless Ascension, from my memory at least, it wasn't that good. But I might pick it up again. It has been a minute since I've watched it, and who knows, maybe uh my taste in webtoons have shifted slightly, or maybe I'm just misremembering it. But for the time being, that's kind of like my opinion of it. And I think I might actually might make more like little rant or rambling videos like these, just for the sake of the fact that they're fairly easy to do. Not that, but I could just like continue yapping on for hours. And yeah, I guess I could continue playing a bit more about this. Actually, let me explain what this mod is about before like I officially end things off. But yeah, this mod, what it's about, basically, it's just a obviously it's a Minecraft mod, but it's a one involving Ben 10, as you saw by like the Galvin and stuff like that. Ooh. Are these two? No, no, it's just I'll take the obsidian and the golden carrots. I don't know what this does. But yeah, basically I'm trying to build an Omnitrix. That's kind of like the top priority right now. Or build a house. Oh, a wolf den. That's cool. I don't have any bones. Uh, it's basically, yeah, just that. Each transformation has like its own level and stuff, and there each time you transform, there's a small chance of a misfire. It's honestly a pretty good Ben 10 mod, all things considered. Um, Unfortunately, right now only the classical Omnitrix is available, but yeah, I'm aware that they're still working on it. They're gonna plan to add the recalibrated Omnitrix, and there is like the Ben 10,000 version from the classic series of the Omnitrix, which still works exactly the same, but each time you transform, it has like the design look that it had in the classic series. So Heat Blast has like those. So I'm so sorry. Those flame pauldrons coming out of his shoulders. Wild Mud has like that dope ass tail, and like fur design that he had. But yeah, if you yourself are a fan of Ben 10 or and Minecraft and you want to give it a whirl, definitely play it. Highly recommend it. Getting the Omnitrix is a bit of a grind. But other than that, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this very brief sort of rant video. I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to just like talk badly about something that I didn't finish reading. Maybe I will finish reading just like one day. Uh, I give a proper sort of like opinion slash review of it. But for right now, that's all I really have to say about Boundless Ascension. I mostly wanted to make this video just to say like the bit in the beginning of just like uh a quick little well, you're gonna die, little man. A quick little thank you for like all the views for the previous video, and how kind of like surprised and shocked I was because I didn't expect that video to get as many views as it did. I expected it as like I don't know, what's like my all time high in views. Let me check real quick. Uh, YouTube Studio content. Uh, I'm so sorry. My average is like around like the single digits. So the only two outliers is or the only three outliers is the for some reason visiting Bill's house. The Pokemon Infinite Fusion Nuzlocke number 4, which unfortunately will kind of be a bit discontinued because the save file data got corrupted. So unfortunately, I can't really log into it anymore. I've been trying to recover it, but I just can't. It's not really possible. Lethal Company 22 views, and yeah, the previous video. So yeah, uh, which is currently sitting. Yep, still a stack of views. uh, Thanks for the views. I guess I might make more rambling and rant style videos in the future if this is what people like. Or maybe it's the fact that it's just like a long video with just like random gameplay I'm gonna steer clear from that gameplay footage to just have like in as background noise. Maybe that's the main reason why it has as many views as it does. But yeah, I think I'm gonna. Oh, don't crash. Okay. Ah, the lag. What's happening? Why am I so choppy? Okay, but yeah, I think this is a sign for me to like end the video. But so yeah, thanks a lot, people on the internet. Maybe see you on the next time. Oh, there we go.